Good morning, students. Today is February 7th, Monday, and we're starting a new lesson. But before we start the lesson, I want you to focus on the basics as we always do. So, you're going to need a sheet of paper, something to write with. Calculator's not really required right now. And let's get started. So, we have graphing. Most people look at what I have written here and assume that is a graph, but in fact, that is not a graph. A graph is the thing you put on it after you graphed it. What we call this initial thing is a coordinate system. We call it coordinate system because we have two different axes. We have the x-axis over here, and we have the y-axis over here. Therefore, in order to put a point on this coordinate system, or to graph a point on the coordinate system, we're going to need coordinates. The minimum amount of information that you have to get in order to graph is called the ordered pair. And it looks like this: x parentheses x comma y, because it's ordered, x is before y, and it's a pair because it's two different things. So what I want you to focus on right now is how do you move around the coordinate system in order to plot this x and y. Well, if we look at the x-axis, which is right here, you'll notice it runs this direction and this direction. So something's got to tell you if it's going this way or this way. And in fact, I'm going to say here movement, M-O-V-E-M-E-N-T. For the movement on the x-axis, we have to consider the fact that I could move. By the way, I forgot to tell you, this little part right here where both axes cross is called the origin. Okay. At the origin is where we always start. If I wanted to move this direction, what kind of numbers would I need? Well, obviously I would need negative numbers to move to the left. Well, what happens if I wanted to move this direction? Then what kind of numbers would I need? Well, obviously, if I want to move that direction, I would need positive numbers so I can move to the right. But then what happens if I didn't want to move at all? I didn't want to go left or I didn't want to go right. What would be my answer now? Well, I would have a zero movement, which means, and I'm going to change my color here, otherwise it'll get a little confusing, stay. Okay, so that takes care of all the movements for the x. Now let's do the movements for the y. So if I'm here and I want to move this direction, what kind of numbers do I need? Well, obviously I'm going to need negative numbers to move down. All right, well, if I'm here and I want to go this direction, what kind of numbers do I need? Well, obviously I'm going to need positive numbers to go up. And again, just like last time, let's say, for instance, I didn't want to come off the origin. I wanted to stay right there. Well, then I would have to have a zero to tell me to stay. Okay, so those are your movements, and how do you get to where you want to be? Again, just in summary, an ordered pair is the least amount of information required in order to put a point on a coordinate system. Well, that now leads us to something called a relation. Okay, let's change colors here. Relation. Okay, what is a relation? Well, the definition is a set of So a relation is a set of ordered pairs.